Why have I opted not to follow all of the typical keep yourself young stuff? So I tried Botox one time and it was kind of comical. I think many of you probably have noticed that in my videos when I scrunch up my face, if you'll notice, like one eyebrow doesn't quite go all the way up. And the reason for that is because I think we paralyzed it with with Botox. You're basically inserting a neurotoxin into your face, which over time paralyzes your muscle. And guess what happens to muscle that's not used? So I only did it once, which was kind of fascinating. I ended up with a migraine. I had these like massive welts and bruises because, as you can see, like this is wisdom here. This is a lot of years worth of aging and experience shown right there on my head. So it did not go well for me. I've never done fillers. I've got plenty of cheek here. One thing that I do to kind of combat some of the dry skin that's pretty normal with aging, we lose some of the elasticity, typically because we're losing collagen and we're losing estrogen. And as we lose estrogen through the aging process, it depletes the elasticity in our skin because it's depleting the collagen. So I do a collagen protein shake every morning and I use castor oil as my moisturizer. That is my secret. Before I started using castor oil, I had really dry and flaky skin. On occasion, I would get these giant cystic acne spots down here because I just wasn't processing lymph very well. And yeah, so castor oil morning, during the summer and winter, sometimes at night as well, depending on how dry I am. I will have to warn you though that often you can see like a little bit of mascara underneath my eyes, and that's because castor oil doubles as an amazing all natural makeup remover. So sometimes I look like a raccoon. So that's one of the downsides. But the upside is that it kind of fills in, it's not going to take care of my giant lines that have been, developing over the last 47 years. But it is, taking care of some of the micro lines, and I don't have nearly as many visible. I mean, I still got my crow's feet. Don't get me wrong. I got my crow's feet. I got my laugh lines. I got, all of that kind of stuff. I'm not really that worried about it. I don't need to look like I'm 20. I have no desire to go back there. It was a beautiful time in my life. However, every year that I get older, I feel like this is the best. So I'm okay with it. The other thing too is that I kind of want to reset the stigma about aging. Aging is a beautiful process. It shows wisdom and experience. It shows that you've lived. You've been a part of this world. You have stories and experiences to share. And so I'm not really afraid of getting older. My hair has been graying since I was about 16 due to a very large vata imbalance, also, lymph drainage issues. I had very brittle hair. I was dyeing it to try to cover up all those grays. It was costing a fortune. And all it was doing was ruining my hair. And so I stopped dyeing, oh gosh, probably 5 or 6 years ago. My hair has returned back to a pretty healthy state. If you can see this, that's a little microphone. I'm not glowing in the dark. But it's returned back to a pretty healthy state. I mean, it's shiny. It's not breaking and falling apart. It doesn't fall out like it used to. It's still a little bit frizzy. I mean, you don't want to see this in like the Houston humidity because then I look like a Cocker Spaniel. It gets really big and really frizzy. But I'm digging where I am right now. Yes, it would probably make me look younger if I would dye my hair. However, most hair dyes are filled with all kinds of chemicals, ammonia being one of those, and they're horrible for you. They interrupt the thyroid, they cause all kinds of endocrine disruption, and it basically can create toxicity and buildup in the body. And so I choose not to. And the other reason is because I really want my girls to be brave. I want them to say, this is me, this is how I am, this is how I'm choosing to age, and it's okay that I don't feel the need to wear makeup all the time, and I don't feel like I'm any less attractive or any less beautiful. So I hope that they're learning from my example, that I'm modeling a good behavior for them, so that in the future, there's less pressure. There's less pressure on women to look and feel and, like they've got to be beautiful or like they have to fight aging. There's no shame in aging. It's a wonderful process and rite of passage. Okay, so that's my tidbits on aging, on why I don't do Botox and why I no longer dye my hair, and I don't wear a lot of makeup. Actually, I do pencil in my eyebrows. Sometimes I wear mascara. But that's about it. Any more than that, and it just doesn't feel right anymore. Okay, talk later.